Our next speaker is someone who lives and breathes Android development. Please join me in welcoming Kartik Arora, a polyglot developer with extensive experience working across multiple languages and tools. Kartik specializes in Android, and he's helped a number of clients in Australia build efficient, secure, and user-centric apps that truly elevate their products. Please give Kartik a warm welcome.
No, it's okay. I'll figure it out. All right, last quick talk for the day. I'm going to try and keep it as short as possible. And I haven't practiced this, so bear with me if I fumble and, just present. Mostly going to be reading from the slides. Anyway, I'm going to talk about work. It works. I'm going to talk about Android 15. It's going to be a speed run. And I'm Kartik. I'm an Android engineer and a GDE in Android. And this is Android 15. So what's new? I'm going to cover two parts: new features and API in Android 15, which you might want to know about if you want to support them in your apps, and behavioral changes which affect all apps, irrespective of what API level you're targeting. So that's important for your apps, extremely important, now that Pixel devices have started receiving Android 15 as of this week. First, let's talk about a few new features. This is the most exciting for me because I'm working in the media space at the moment. Media and camera, they both get low light boost. So Camera 2 and Camera X libraries are getting an extension for low light boost. This is already there in some camera apps and Pixel camera apps, but as an extension, you can request that extension and have a low light boost in your preview before you capture the image. And Instagram is already kind of using it, but Instagram is freezing a lot on Android 15 right now. No idea why, probably React Native. But yeah, this is available for you to use. So check for API availability. They have API for that. And then just enable low light boost. You would see a preview with an icon on top with that moon and a star thing that shows you, yep, low light boost is available. You have APIs to monitor the low light boost levels, how much is being boosted by the API, and if you scan this QR code, you get all the documentation. Oh yeah, no code in these slides, just saying. There's something new coming in media, which is loudness control, and it follows this standardization CTA 2075. It's a standardization of how human ear perceives safe loudness levels, and Android will follow this as of Android 15. And it will automatically and intelligently adjust audio levels for you rather than just saying, oh, it's too loud, reduce it. There's a new API through a class called loudness codec controller, and this is being extended to Media 3, which is the new baseline for creating media packages over Exoplayer. So Exoplayer still exists within Media 3, but you've got more extensions around it, and loudness codec controller is coming to Media 3 soon. So it's not just in Android 15. Once it's released, it'll be available backported. Again, more information and APIs available here. PDF improvements. I'm kind of interested in this one because it's been a while since Android has gotten a lot of PDF love. So the PDF renderer class is getting some new improvements and new APIs. You can use advanced features like, which I'm forgetting, but yeah, some advanced features for filling forms, signatures, and things like that. You don't have to depend on third-party libraries anymore for that. PDF renderer will do it for that. And it's moved to the mainline module, so it'll be delivered through Google Play rather than just Android 15. And it'll be backported all the way to Android 11 through the class called PDF renderer pre-v. So that's available both in Android 15 as well as an Android 11 through Google Play. But on Android 15, if you just wanted to use an Android 15, the PDF render class will have the same APIs. More information on this QR code, and I'll publish these slides so you don't have to really worry about scanning them right now. Oh yeah, bonus, Jetpack PDF library is using these APIs in-house, so if you're using that already in your app, you will just get these new features out of the box. You don't have to worry about it too much. Jetpack PDF is in alpha right now, so you can play around with it. Application Start Info API. This is, again, interesting. Application start has always been a mystery. You have practically no way of knowing how much time did it take to, start up, get your content providers ready, get this ready or that ready. You can build your own stuff, but then you can't be sure how reliable they are until now, because they have this new API which gives you a lot of information about process start, how was it launched, hot, cold, warm, deep link, or whatever it is. Unfortunately, it's only available on Android 15 right now, and you can add your own timestamps to it. So if you want to create your own metric, the API allows you to do that. So the Android 15 documentation for that is on this QR code. We've been seeing screen recording in Android 13 and 14, but now there's an advanced API for that, for the app to detect if it's being recorded or not. It works at a process level, so if the activity belongs to the process that is being recorded, the activity will be given a notification that your recording is going on, and then you can do whatever you want to do with it. The callback is through the window manager class. That's pretty much it about it. All right, now coming to behavior changes. The biggest behavior change, and I feel everyone, no matter what app you're building, no matter what industry it is, you should be a little worried about this, and this is private space. Think of it as an extension to work profile, but it's not work profile, it's separate to that. So far, the logic has been, if the app does not live in the regular space, it's probably workspace. But now you've got private space as well to worry about. Allows users to create a separate space. It creates a separate copy of the app as the work profile does. Apps stop when the private space is locked. So same as work profile. No notifications, no background data, no background tasks are running when it's locked. And you can find more information. But this is beyond work profile. Like, I don't have work profile on my phone because I did not install any work apps. But I have private space available if I need to. So my regular apps now need to worry about things without having to worry about work profile. It especially affects launchers, in my opinion, because now they have to support private space as a thing, and some other apps like medical apps, because a lot of people would want to store their sensitive information in a private space. So the medical apps would want to read the private space and had support for it. Anyway, it's available. 16 KB page size. This is interesting as well. Targets the performance improvements because now you have much more page size, almost 4 times. It was 4 KB before this, 16 KB now. It's not available right away. OEMs have to support this, enable this for you, or somebody will have to go to developer settings and enable it. Not yet. It'll come out in QPR1. That's a developer setting. That flag is still not in Android 15, at least not on Pixel devices. If you're using NDKs, if you're using C++ code in your apps, this is extremely important for you because your page size is now changing. You've got much more page size to deal with. I think it's revision 27, which supports 16 KB page sizes out of the box. So you might just want to upgrade to that, recompile, and it'll just start working according to the documentation. And there's a whole page of guidance on how do you test if your current app is compliant, how do you make changes if you get certain kind of errors and whatnot. And then more information on the page size itself and the change is on this QR code. Increased minimum target SDK. Not so worrying because most of us do not support N-10 Android anymore. But yeah, the minimum target version is now 24, which means apps that are targeting Android 23 can no longer work, which is especially a good thing because Android 24, if I remember correctly, was the first API version to introduce certain privacy features. So a lot of malicious apps just target 23 and bypass all of those. But with Android 15, it's harder for them to just start running things without permissions. So yeah, better security and privacy. Oh, that was quick. And there's a lot more changes in Android 15, but I had to do a quick run, and I picked a few on Wednesday. This is the whole change log for Android 15, and that was me. Thank you. Questions, if any? No? Yeah? Okay, so the question was if you can opt out of audio loudness controller API. I don't know, honestly. I haven't tried it out, but I will be trying it out because I'm working in the media space at the moment. I would believe, yes, it's not enforced on you. It's just an API that's available. That's what I feel it would be. But yeah, I'm not sure, to be honest. Yes?
So, I mean, it's not, to me, it doesn't feel like there's many updates at DevFest days, which we sort of saw with Android 14 and stuff as well. Like, they get smaller and smaller. What are your thoughts on this? Do you think they should wait and do less frequent updates, or do you think something big's coming?
That's a very interesting question. I actually read an article on this recently. On the face, it's not a very big update. For the end user who's just using an Android phone, nothing practically changes until the devs start building apps that support Android 15. But internally, the processes of releasing Android have changed, and this changed heavily in Android 14 quarterly preview release 2. They're doing trunk-based releases now. Android 15 is the first full trunk-based release. Android 16 is going to be the majorest, if that's a word, trunk-based release, and that's going to actually feel like a major change. And if rumors are to be believed, Android 16 is coming out in July next year, much earlier than anticipated, maybe even May, you never know. So that's when we'll start seeing the benefit of trunk-based release systems internally. And they've given up on 8.1 kind of naming, version coding. So yeah, this does feel a lot like 12.3 to me, to be honest, or 14.1 if you may. But 16 would actually feel like a major change coming forward. Thank you. Anything else? No? All right, thank you. It was quick.